Hello, welcome to Maltbox. I'm Andy and this is Whisky review number 10? I think it's 10. Double figures. Get in. Right, okay, without further ado, it's Whisky review number 10, but it is the second review in our little Compass Box mini-series type thing that we've got going on. The second review, we're looking at this little blighter. Sorry if you can't really make it out, but it is the aptly named Peat Monster. Grrr. Right. Now, Peat Monster, apart from the fantastic diagram on there, just pop that back there just in case. I hope you can see it. I appreciate the camera that I've got isn't the best. Compass Box Peat Monster is once again a blended malt Scotch whisky. Right, so I'm going to have to do this again, aren't I? Right, this particular whisky is made from, once again, I can tell you, this time I've come prepared with paper notes. 40% Lafroig. That's right, 40% Lafroig. 20% Le Chig. Looks like Le Dague, pronounced Le Chig I think. I hope, if not I'll make myself like a rat, moron, haven't I? 13% Caolila, 26% Ardmore, 1% inverted commas Highland Malt, and you'll never guess what that Highland Malt's made of. It's Clynelish, Tierney and Del Ewan. Okay, well, I'm glad that's over with. So quite a few Islay malts, one or two Highland malts in there in addition to the 1% of the blended, introverted blended Highland malt, I suppose you could call it. Blimey, that's complicated, isn't it? Mind blown. Right, so again, non-chill filtered, natural colour, 46%, 3 ticks, straight away. Retailing around the same price as Spice Tree, 35 to £40 usually. I mean, I don't like focusing on packaging because I think it's an aesthetic thing. It should be more about what's in the bottle, but they've got both bases covered really. I think Compass Box, they've done really well because it's very modern. It sort of pokes fun in a way. A lot of the current bottlers and distilleries' own bottlings anyway that are out there at the moment that take themselves just a little bit seriously. Whereas on this one, you've got a tentacled, peaty beast with a shitload of teeth, quite a lot of teeth. So, you know, I said natural colour, as you can see, it's quite light. The reason being that the majority, in fact, if not all of the whisky that's gone into this has actually been matured in refill hogsheads. You can find these infographics on Compass Box's own website, which is fantastic. Again, it's the same infographics that they had that I mentioned in the last review that mentioned the ages, but they've just taken the ages off, so you can still see the proportion split as to what goes in it, which is still brilliant, because it's really good to know what you're drinking and what's gone into it. So, give it a swirl. You know, I mean, again, nice legs. It's a nice thick, oily dram. You can even tell from the glass. On the nose, I'm just going to look over there into the distance. Don't know why. Right, okay. It's very sweet. It's not going to be the face-meltingly Octomore-ish whisky that you might be looking for. If that's what you're after, this isn't for you. It's peaty. It might have the word monster in the title, but it's not the peatiest whisky you've ever had. That's not what it's trying to be. There's actually a lot of levels to this already. It's very complex. There is the sweetness there, but it's a sweet peat, it's a sweet salt. You've got lemon, you've got sort of like the sea air, that little kind of like saltiness, like spray, like medicinal kind of iodine, quite lemony. I know I've been hacking on about lemon peel in several reviews. I sound like a broken record, but genuinely it is there in this one in particular. Like poppy seed, lemon cake kind of things. Sort of like a dry wood, but not in an unpleasant way. We're talking, you know, like a nice old oak cupboard. Sounds really sad. I'm not a cupboard enthusiast yet. Oh, okay. Yeah, it is very sweet. You kind of got like a warm pastry, apple pie, Danish kind of thing in there as well. The peat is the first thing that you'll notice, but it's not overpowering. You know, it's not going to make you sit there and just think, oh God, I'm not going back there again. Okay. It's very sweet again on the palate, but initially, yes, you do get the smoke, you get the peat, sweet peat, dryish smoke, almost a kind of like a coal smoke as well. I don't know if you've ever been to, I mean, there's one place that sticks out for me in particular, that's Mousehole in Cornwall. If you go down the street in the middle of winter at night, everyone's got the coal fires in, it's such a small place, and the streets are really close together. You're just kind of hit by this big wall of coal smoke, and it's actually quite nice, as odd as it sounds. It sort of takes me back there. It's a really nice reminiscent kind of association that I have with it. Again, you've kind of got, you do actually in this get a bit of maltiness now. I mean, it's developing a lot. It's sort of like warm wheat cereal, toffee, honey again. You've got a savoury note in there as well, or kind of like I can imagine like a Christmas ham, like a big ham joint, smoky bacon. Hang on, I'm just going to go in for a second one before I put myself up for this next daft comment. Yeah, why not? Wheat crunchy crisps, smoky bacon flavour. I mean, if you're not watching in the UK, you might not get them, but they're a very distinct, quite hard crisp. Oh, I can't believe I said that. Right, okay, moving on. For me, there's no vanilla in there. There's no kind of like atypical sort of lighter Scotch notes. It's not overpowering, it's very well balanced and it is complex. You can tell there's a lot of layers in there. I think that the Laphroaig in particular is probably the standout, but you do kind of get from other bottlings that have of Laphroaig that you've kind of got that kind of savoury, meaty notes with a very dry smoke, which that carries quite well. So it really does add to it. The finish, long, surprisingly smooth. It's quite creamy, actually, the finish. It's not hot, it's not unpleasant. It's very good. Adds to the experience. Again, you probably noticed that with the spice tray review, I didn't add water. I'm not going to add water to this because, in my personal opinion, I don't feel that they need it. It's always good to experiment, and I have done before. I've put a teaspoon or two of water in them, but for me, I prefer them as they are. So I think the bottle at the perfect strength for these whiskies. I think 46% is a sweet spot in a lot of cases. I mean, for those of you that might be kind of dipping your toe in the pond of peat, so to speak. I think this will be a great step. You know, it's a great stepping stone. It's not, as I sort of mentioned before, it's not face-meltingly smoky or peaty, but nor is it sort of quite as soft as, say, I don't know, a Boon of Haven or something like that. It really is kind of very good middle ground, and I think in particular that would be a perfect alternative gift for an Isle of Malt drinker who might not have kind of expanded beyond a core distillery, if you know what I mean. If they're very sort of like staunchly flying the Lafroig or Lagavulin flag, try them on this, see what they think, mix it up a bit. On to the score. I'm going to give this an 87 out of 100. It's solid, it's got lovely sort of complex intricacy, a lot of different sort of flavour profiles coming up. It's sweet, it's savoury, it's smoky, it's spicy, and it's a cracking little dram. Again, if you put that in another bottle, gave it to someone, I very much doubt they'd be able to tell you that that's a blend. So, top notch. Cheers guys, see you next time.